Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon Cherry Bear HD, and today we continue, but not exactly where we left off because we actually grinded since we finally have a team that required doing such, and alright, I'll show you what's up. I've as far as TMs go, I started to actually look into, using them, and I found out no water type can learn Rock Slide by TM, so sold that. Tri Attack doesn't have its secondary effects, sold that, because Strength is literally just 5 more PP, and the only mon that I probably would have taught it to was Slowpoke, and it gets Strength, so that's just better. Then we have, what other TMs? I don't know. I think I sold Seismic Toss, I sold, I don't remember what else, but, so we have less TMs, I don't know. I guess easier way is to show what TMs I still do have. So, looking at the TMs, we still have 24 is Thunderbolt, so I'm saving that for a member later. Like, while it's tempting to put on Gyarados, I think it's better used on a different Pokemon, so I am saving it, and I have the Pokemon in mind, but I don't want to spoil anything. Then we have, obviously the HMs. I don't know if you guys saw this, or if I did this off screen. I think I did off screen. I just bought a bunch of Water Stones, because I was like, whatever, just to have a stable of them. I used 3 rare candies, and then I realized that we have access to Strength already, like, to use outside of battle, so I grabbed the rare candy that's in the Warden's house. I got HM05 for, I think it's Flash. Yeah, whichever one's Flash, I don't remember if it's 1 or 5. Yeah, I finally grabbed it because I went over in that direction since I had, we got Krabby with Cut, Mr. Krabs, and yeah, it's not useful, it's just, I just grabbed it because I finally went and got the items over there. 45 is Thunderwave, which I'm not sure who I want to give it to right now, but it's a good TM, so I'm saving that for right now. And then 10, I believe 10 should be Double Edge, which, like, everything can learn pretty much. So it's just deciding later on if I want to use it or not, because I'm not 100% sure I would do. But obviously it's a super powerful move, so totally worth. And you'll notice that as after the metal ended, we're doing reverse order this time. We're switching it up. Instead of going from Jazz to Metal, we're going from Metal to Jazz. But if you notice super closely, it actually is Pokemon music, because I discovered this guy that does jazz covers of Pokemon music, so I was like, oh my god, how did I not find this earlier? And I felt like I had to immediately use it, so that is what's going on as far as those goes. One significant TM that I didn't sell, but I did use, and I'll show you why, is Psychic on Slowpoke, which, in case you know this, because I wouldn't know it personally, but I know Michael might, Slowpoke normally evolves at 37 into Slowbro, but it's not evolved because we get Amnesia at 40 if we stay as a Slowpoke rather than 44 as a Slowbro, so I figured that would be worth it. And the only issue though is that, and the reason that I had to give it Psychic, which now you can see that it has Surf, Psychic, Strength, and Disable, the reasoning that I used the Psychic TM was because it gets Psychic at like 48 if you keep it a Slowpoke, but it's 55 if you're a Slowbro, which sucks a lot. And it had Confusion, but it's just not powerful at all. And The only other mon that Psychic TM I would really use on is a mon that we don't currently have, and I don't really intend to use because I've used it a lot recently, and that mon is Staryu / Starmie. It does not learn Psychic by level up as a Staryu like it does in future games, so it will never get Psychic, thus I'm never going to use it at this point, but I'm going to catch it just in case. I'm never going to use it unless I have to, because I've been using it a lot recently, so I kind of want to switch it up. So, as you saw, level 38, waiting till it gets Amnesia to evolve, which Amnesia is super busted in this game, so keep that in mind, because its special is just 1 stat, and it's +2. And yes, everything's going to have Surf, pretty much, because obviously no special physical split. But then we have Michael the Poliwrath, which I kept it as a Poliwag until 38 to get Amnesia. You'll see that theme there. It has Surf, Body Slam, Amnesia, and Hypnosis. The only thing I'm really missing is a fighting move, which I don't know where to get the submission TM, but I think that's the only fighting move. The only way I can get a fighting move on this. But obviously I evolved it at this point since it wasn't gonna. The only other thing it gets is like Hydro Pump if you don't evolve, and I want to use Surf over Hydro Pump. So Surf, Body Slam, Amnesia, Hypnosis, pretty good move set, since Amnesia is that busted move yet again. Then we have Smuckers the Tentacruel, and it is running Surf, Acid, Barrier, and Mega Drain. I just threw on Mega Drain at the end, that's why it's not in order. So I didn't like grind with it, but Mega Drain's really bad, but so is Acid. Like both are like base 40 power, which are really bad. But I figured to help conserve PP from Surf, those are the uses for it. And then Barrier, honestly, the only... Well, Acid's physical, which kind of sucks. But, because Tentacruel's special is really good in Gen 1. I don't know if you saw, I'll go back to the stats, like, it's significant, its special is its best stat. So, it's actually super powerful with the Surf, and Barrier plugs up its defense, and the attack is hardly used since it's only Acid, really. But, like, so... You know, it would be nice to have Ice Beam, obviously, if we had unlimited TMs, but I'm not. You know, I don't think that it's the best. It's not the Ice Beam user I wanted, as we have the Ice Beam user in Bubbles, the Blastoise, because it's more all around, and so it can take hits from everything. Which it has Surf, Ice Beam, Dig, and Strength. I don't know if it had Strength before, but I feel like I might have taught it Strength during the grinding, maybe. Because Strength is just better than, I think I had Bite, so, taught it Strength, got a couple Strength mons, so, I mean, as far as the HM goes, it's not a big deal, but I mean, it's a solid move, so, not bad. And then last we have our Potential, and it has Surf, Body Slam, Bite, Hydro Pump. I believe it is still the same moveset as it previously was, other than it might have learned Hydro Pump, which I got rid of Dragon Rage. I think that's the only one that didn't have already, but the reasoning it has Hydro Pump right now, because I didn't really have another move to put on it, and I don't really want to use Hyper Beam, so Hydro Pump's just the extra power. And so for now, it's if I find a TM that's useful. I was hoping originally when I had the TM for Rock Slide, I wanted to teach it to this, but it does, since no water types in Gen 1 can learn Rock Slide by TM. That includes the 2 water rock types, lines, the fossils. So yeah, and then Mr. Krabs is in the party for cut right now, because I'm right now decided on those 5, but I know what Mon is gonna join the party, and I think right now I don't need a 6-member trained up necessarily. I mean, we still have even in the box, in case anything goes wrong. I didn't grind them up yet, but we have, well, man, whatever. I'll deposit Mr. Krabs just to show, because we still have Shelder, Psyduck, which I'm saying the name of them since obviously it's just the nickname, but Horsey and Goldeen in the box, which you'll notice they're all just pure waters right now, but water ice is the only like difference with one of them being evolved. But for one thing, I've just like Start You Start Me, I've actually used Cloister and Shelter a good amount recently, but the difference, at least in this, is that the last Mon that I'm using, is just a better version, in my opinion, of Cloister, due to the typing. So that might give you a hint on what Mon I'm intending to join the party. Whereas with slow, with the Slowbro versus Starmie, because special's one stat, it's actually debatable on which one's better, in that Starmie's actually pretty bulky, so I guess theoretically Starmie's probably actually quote unquote better, but since I've used it a lot, I would prefer to use Slowbro, and I think the physical defense is actually really nice. Like, the extra physical defense that it provides is nice, in that the main physical defense I have will be that Slowbro, really. So I think it should work out just fine. So we are also not where we left off in location. We are now back in Fuchsia, since I didn't see a point in still being in Vermilion. And so yes, I've been talking for now like 10 minutes plus, just to catch us up, but I think it was necessary just to get everything caught up. I probably should have looked at my items, see if there's anything I could drop. I mean, I could probably drop the bike, to be perfectly honest, but for now, it's whatever. So we are going to go straight into the gym, because that is the natural next step, and as you saw, I grinded up to 38s, was what I decided was good for now. I don't know if that was too much, to be honest, but oh well. I kind of felt like that was a good point, just to make sure that I knew I was gonna be able to use these Mons. Like, this guy has a 38, so I kind of felt like it was solid, which I led this expecting a poison type in this gym, but unfortunately psychic types are annoying as hell to my team. So man, like, I'm not gonna be able to do much damage with this, so like, I don't want to already have to switch into bubbles or potential, but I think I have to, because Hypno is gonna be pretty strong. Yeah, his psychic, which is not great for us, so we're gonna surf. I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot of damage. I think its special is pretty decent. Oh, JK, I crit him, so it's all good. But yeah, like, see, the like bubbles and potential aren't like auto dubs anymore, so I think we're fine in the level range. So, like, I'm gonna try to only use them when they're absolutely necessary. Like I think strong psychic types, as long as Slowbro's not, or as long as it's not even a Slowbro yet, like, I think I have to use one of bubbles or potential. So the Thinker is not, that full strength yet, so that's kind of difficult. But dude, what is up with? Why do they have psychic types? I legitimately don't remember them having this many psychic types. Like, I remember, yeah, like, it wasn't all poison types, but like, bro, they've got a separate gym for that. Alright, what? Okay. So I predicted him, I guess. Oh, almost got rewarded. But, yeah, strength did a good amount, but recover, I don't think is gonna really save you. So this is also why having the physical coverage is really nice on the Thinker, is that a lot of Mons in this, have high special, just because, at least in the future generations, because of it, what ends up being their special attack, and not their Spadef, which then which at least I don't know about Slowpoke, but Slowbro only has a 5 higher special than defense, or than attack. Excuse me. So I figured I could get some value out of that. So I don't feel like using potion since we're literally like right next to the Pokemon Center. But yeah, I think that having the mixed coverage on a lot of these mons is nice. Barring the Tentacruel, it's kind of meh, because it's just because the stab happens to be that, and Tentacruel really just doesn't get a lot of good moves. So it is what it is on the Tentacruel being the moveset. Which, dude, okay, do none of them have poison types? Like, what's up? I swear some of them had poison types. Like, okay, yeah, of course they're gonna have poison gas, but like, dude, do they really not? Alright, I'm going to... Oh, I need to buy more antidotes, Jesus. Especially in this... in this gym. But, yeah, like, I don't know why none of them have poison types. But, whatever. I guess we're gonna do 2 gyms of mostly psychic types, so I guess it's good practice. But yeah, Kadabra is a huge threat. Obviously, Alakazam, much bigger threat, but thankfully that strength makes a big difference, especially since the other one showed to have recover. Like, if they have recover, I literally can't kill it with my psychic resist, which is super annoying in that case. Alright, so here's the thing. I do want to use them, but you know what? No, screw it. We're gonna switch out. I'm not staying in, but like we're gonna at least get them some experience. Cause okay, good. I was worried that it was gonna be strength, but yeah, we're gonna get it some experience at least. And thankfully, poison gas missed. And so I taught strength over headbutt because I didn't think I'd be faster than anything ever. And so just more power seemed like a good idea to me. We are going to cancel this evolution because we are waiting for Amnesia, which should be 1 more level. So now we're going to switch to Michael. Well, I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. I guess I was thinking, actually, Smuckers is going to be really valuable in this gym because of, you know, just poison resist in general. And then powerful surfs, but I want to show off all of them. Like, finally some poison types, so that's good. And right now I kind of want to just set up and sweep. So, gonna Amnesia up, Poison Sting, I guess poison. Alright, we're using the last antidote, and then we'll buy some more. Okay, so this thing literally is just gonna do... Okay. Alright, I get it. I'm not supposed to... I'll take paralysis over poison. So yeah, that did nothing. Are you kidding? That didn't kill? Crazy. But yeah, you see the bulk on Michael right now. Sandslap, what? What is this? Because I'm even -1 defense and a crit. Yeah, look at that. Both of them crit me. Doing no damage to me, so... Yeah, Surf should kill though, since I'm amnesia'd up. So we have Arbok, and I think this time I'm gonna go to Smuckers because they are critting me a good amount, so I'm not down for getting crit more. So I'm just gonna Surf because I don't think it has a move to really hit me. And oh my god, yeah, see, this thing's strong as hell. Like, this thing's actually super strong. Like, I wish it had more moves to actually utilize it, but it's super strong. So Smuckers is a super valuable member. And also, if you didn't notice, I think I mentioned it in the and when I was like catching all the mons, but I mean I don't remember, that was at a different time. I kind of wanted to use all different dual typings in that I didn't have, so like I don't have any repeating like I have, because obviously there's multiple Pokemon that have, you know, similar typings, but I have, you know, only the one just water type in Blastoise, or I guess I always do that. I try to tell myself just only refer to them as their nicknames, but I always like default to that. But yes, Bubbles is the only pure water type we're using currently, and hopefully the whole time. Okay, only full heals, whatever. We have so much money because we haven't really had to buy much balls, so whatever. Honestly, I'm just gonna blow my load on this Mark guy to. Yeah, I have this money, right? But we're buying 50 full heals, which, in the interest of keeping slots open here, I'm actually just gonna sell the other stuff. Yeah, which, so now we have 50 full heals that we probably will never have to buy any ever again, to be perfectly honest, which I'm down for. But yeah, I wanted to keep the diversity up, so we have obviously a water flying, water psychic, water poison, water fighting, and then we'll have one more mon that will be, as I already revealed earlier, water ice. So it's a lot of type diversity there, which I want personally. Like, I want as many stab moves as I can, since obviously everything's going to be stab water, but I want everything. I want as many extra stab moves as I can, bonus power. And so I think I've constructed a really good team. Like I said, like Starmie is probably better than Slowbro, but I like the Thinker, so I don't mind. Like, I think it's still like there's an argument to be made that, like, depending on the situation, obviously, like you don't want one or the other more so, but like I think just because of the special being the one stat, that does give the edge to the Starmie, but it's not by a whole lot, so I don't mind. So without the Amnesia, this Surf is probably not going to kill, but we take anything this wants to do. So, oh, it actually did kill, nice. So I am happy that we are getting through this. I'm gonna Amnesia up so I can hit it harder. Yeah, and that Oko, so that's exactly what I want to see. Like, that's the reason to Amnesia, so then I can Oko things with Michael, since its special isn't the best. Like, see, it's only 68, so it's not great, but with that Amnesia boost, it's freaking really good. And then obviously you saw Smuckers has like double the special, so it's just an insane amount of power coming out of Smuckers, which also means I could probably take a Psychic, but that doesn't mean I want to. Like, I do not want to risk getting crit and just dying. So, I got predicted hardcore. Like, super predicted there. Since obviously Poison Gas was not going to do anything. Going into the Hypno is an interesting strategy there. I don't know what that necessarily accomplishes, but as we've seen already earlier, Strength does do more damage to these bulky Psychic types. So I will play the long game in always healing up my poison. I do not want to rack up any damage that is unnecessary. And so, even though we do resist those confusions, they're still hurting because obviously not fully evolved, so we are going to go back to Smuckers. And you know what? since I'm low, I'm gonna actually stay in this time and test. I hope this isn't a mistake, but since the Hypno was using Confusion, I kind of assumed this would also, and that's why I had more confidence to do this. If it was Psychic, I'd be a little more concerned just because the Psychic crit, at least from the Hypno, probably for sure would have killed, but I guess probably not from this. Yeah, dropped your balls. Yeah, I felt that. But yeah, so it looks like we've cleared out all the... We've cleared it all out, which... Since we're so close on the Thinker to being able to evolve, which it would be super helpful. Well, so close as in 2800, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna actually use that rare candy that we have in the box because I think it's gonna be really important to have for this. Like, it'll make it a lot more. A lot more achievable without any issues, because if it dies in this gym because it's not not fully evolved, that I will be really upset with myself because I think personally it's vital to the next gym, so we're gonna evolve it. Alright, I'm gonna skip this because I didn't know I had words. But good to know, so I can remove it from my playlist. Which, that was the Lavender Town. In case you couldn't tell. But I'm not trying to have words in the background since the only words you need are my words. So we are gonna make room for Amnesia, because we don't really need Disable. So now we're gonna allow it to evolve since it does not learn any other moves. So now the Thinker is fully evolved into Slowbro, which we're gonna check out the stats real quick. That defense is huge. The defense is huge, so that's really nice. And see, the attack and special are pretty similar. So that's why I was fine with having strength on there to have the potential to hit the psychic types that don't have high defense. But obviously, 81 special is not the best, but the typing allows it to resist psychic types, which psychic types are broken in Gen 1, in case you weren't aware. So I think we're ready. We're gonna lead off with Smuckers because obviously resist poison. So we are going in. I think we have a good shot of defeating Koga pretty easily. Just because I'm gonna be honest, I think that Smuckers is gonna be huge. Like the special being so high with the Surf being pretty high base power. I legit think that Smuckers can dominate this matchup. Not like it's not gonna like 6-0, but it's gonna dominate. I feel it. A mere child like you dares to challenge me? Very well. I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. You shall feel the despair of poison and sleep techniques. Alright, so Koga. I enjoy Koga, personally. My favorite of the... I want to go for Barrier. Honestly, I think this is a good bait to go for Barrier on. Because then if I Barrier up, I can live any like explosions and stuff. Okay, good. Look at that. Got the X attack out. Because I think I'm going to OHKO this. That's why I was doing this. I think I'm going to OHKO and I don't think it can do anything to me in one turn. Yeah. So Coughing, no match. Muck has a good chunk of special, so I don't think Surf will kill, but I'm already barriered up. I'm committed. Oh, I crit him. LOL. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't think it would be this bad. But I mean, it's because I crit the muck. But yeah, these coughings never stood a chance. And now it's okay. It's wheezing. So yeah, no Venomoth in this gen, which is super unfortunate. But obviously, if it with Venomoth, I like it a lot more. So I buried up purely because I don't want this thing. I am really tempted to do it again, to be perfectly honest. But I think one barrier should be fine as I surf. Like if I get crit, it doesn't matter. So it's like, in my opinion, I think that's why I was okay with that, and also now surf to a Chaos. So yeah, that was really a lot easier than I thought. I was expecting an explosion to come out from like coughing or wheezing, thus the barrier seemed like the best way, but since he used X attacks instead, that's why X items are bad. That's what we've learned from this gym. X items are bad since you waste a turn. Like, that's why setup moves are better, as long as they obviously give you more than +1. Like, that's some value. Humph, you have proven your worth. Here, take the soul badge. Now that you have the soul badge, the defense of your Pokemon increases. It also lets you surf outside of battle. Ah, take this too. TM06 contains Toxic. It is a secret technique over 400 years old. Yeah, so I'm aware I kind of drifted in and out of Asian accent, but couldn't help it with the ninja aspect. So I'm sure him and Brock sounded very similar, but whatever. We got the badge. We got the TM for Toxic, which, along with Thunder Wave, are two, I think, valuable moves to have. I'm gonna probably wait and see who I want to put it on. Like I could honestly put it on Smuckers, but honestly, since it's special so high, I don't know that I need to. And like, I have Hypnosis on Michael. I have, like, obviously I have Amnesia and Hypnosis on it, so it's, I mean, Hypnosis is pretty inaccurate, but its sleep is broken, so I mean, honestly, Toxic or T-Wave might end up going on Potential, just because I probably don't need both Body Slam and Bite, nor do I really need Surf and Hydro. So like, if I can't get better coverage on it in any other form, then no, not Bills. So I'll consider it, but we're gonna deposit the TM. And we're gonna quickly admire that now we have 5 badges. So next episode, we're gonna go to Saffron City and take on, I guess, the Sylph Company, and then, if we have time still, take on Sabrina. So thank you for watching. Obviously we dominated that gym. Because again, water type's better than any other type.